Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back, y'all, with a brand new review for Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 12, Daydreams. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Previously on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Karen basically shot somebody, honey, so we're trying to figure out who shot John. When the episode first opens up, we see that Fatima is laying on the ground. So Andy and being all frantic. Karen, why? What is going Fatima? Honey, so you know she running. Here comes Zach, he running. And I'm like, why? Because Karen is a lunatic. That's why. As we all suspected, it was just Karen daydreaming. Now, Karen, we're going to have to get you some help, honey. Because if you are daydreaming about Fatima hitting the floor, then we're going to have to really get you some help, child. We really are. So after Karen comes to, Andy wants to know exactly what she's doing there. She just want to torture Zach and Fatima. What are you asking these questions for? So she asked them if they saw the results. And they're like, yeah, we did. But I mean, are we really going to do this here? Here go Karen. I mean, why not? We in a lawyer's office. Karen, we have gone through 6 seasons of this Gone with the Wind accent that you keep putting on, honey. I don't know where you got it from, but I just don't understand it, honey. I really don't. Side note, I am so in love with these bright colors on this cast. I'm just like, look at y'all. I just love it, baby. All those bright colors on all that melanin, baby. I just love it. So anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So Karen talking about she wanted to see the look on Zach's face when he saw the results. So they start getting into it, Fatima and Karen, that is. And so Fatima apologized for coming to Karen's house. But she wanted Karen to know that she's wrong for coming on to Zach. Karen is like, yeah, I know. I forgot he ain't never been to me. Yeah, girl. Ain't never been and ain't gonna never be. So Zach was like, let's just move on from this, okay? But Karen thinks that the only reason why they being nice is to keep him from being on child support and giving her what her child deserves. And I was just looking at this scene like, baby, this is a ghetto law firm. Honey, this is not the law firm of Sweetelson, McDonald, and Lee over there on Girlfriends. This is the law office of Ratchet and Turned Up. Baby, this is a hood law firm. Do y'all hear me? We had the Empty Bank and Trust, and now we got the law offices of Ratchet and Turned Up with Andy Esquire. Baby, this is a fool. So they ignore Karen, honey, because they know they can't be bothered. And they walk away. So Andy is trying to talk to Karen, and she wants Andy to choose. It's either her or Fatima. Now, y'all know how I feel about Andy being in the middle. Now, a lot of people last season, well, season A, were like, well, she shouldn't have to choose. We're adults. Let me tell you something. If you're my friend and we've been down since high school, then you don't need to be in the middle of anything. And you know I'm going through a heartbreak. Either it's her or it's me. Because Andy does some old trifling mess, honey. I don't know how y'all don't see it. But, you know, this ain't middle school. So you don't, you know, as an adult, you feel like, okay, I can be friends with both. But logically speaking, you really cannot. Because ever so often you will be dragged into the middle of it. So you got to make a choice. And for everybody that's like, well, Karen is not a good friend to Andy. Yes, she is. She's always been there for Andy. Her attitude is stank, but it stank with all of them. But when Andy was about to make that horrible decision to marry Gary, when he tricked her into coming and trying on wedding dresses like he was going to a photo shoot, really just wanted to lure her into getting married, Karen was the only one to keep it real with Andy and say, girl, you better not marry this man. Girl, what are you thinking? And then when they was riding around, they was getting it. And then Andy got that telegram and they was singing to her like they were the Backstreet Boys. I mean, they have this relationship. And yes, I want Andy to be friends with Fatima as well, only if she can stay neutral. And I don't think Andrea has I don't think she has it. I really don't. So Andy is telling her it's not fair and she's not choosing. So here come freaking Frack, aka Pam and Aaron. And I'm like, baby, not y'all riding in the same car and whatnot. I'm watching y'all this season and y'all ain't fooling me. So she's pissed because they followed Karen there. Here go Andy. Why are you guys here? Pam said, because we heard her on the phone. Andy talking about, okay, Pam, y'all shouldn't be listening to her conversations. Girl, please. Somebody need to monitor Karen because y'all ain't got a rein on her yet. Moving forward. Aaron talking about, I've never seen her like this. Aaron, you ain't never seen her. Like what? You haven't seen her nice since you met her at that grocery store and offered her that ice cream in that parking lot. What do you mean you've never seen her like this? She ain't liked you since she met you. The only reason why she was nice to you is because she was just trying to get over Zach and then went right back and got up under him next to that shampoo bowl. Boy, goodbye and good night. Karen has never been nice to you, so I really don't understand what you're talking about. So Aaron wants to talk to Andy one-on-one. So, they dismissed Pam because, she's not a part of the sister circle and whatnot. Pam, we'll see you later, girl. They be doing you wrong, Pam. So he starts talking about how his friend's wife was all over the place when she was pregnant, and he thinks that may be the case when it comes to Karen. So Andy was like, but no, this just feels different. Like something is just not right. Yeah, it feels different. It's because she's lost control. She thought her and Zach were going to continue to be on that merry-go-round, call a situationship until he got his mind right. But now she's stuck with Aaron following her around town. Yes, that's what's going on. So Aaron is like, well, with us having this baby. And so Andy looking like, say what now? Andy said, what? You're the father? He said, yeah, I know. I'm the father. She said, how do you know that? He said, because I saw the results. See, Aaron upsets me. I see this totally different than everybody else, I think. Because Aaron really upsets me because you're always doing too much. How did you just get them? I just got the results. I just got them. How did you just get them? Did you break into her emails? Did you hack into her phone? How did you just get them? Did Karen give them to you and do a little PDF editing? Okay, like what exactly did you see and how did you see it? Like he just gets on my nerves, y'all. So Andy tells him that he needs to talk to Karen about her and not to her. She's like, I'm not going to talk to you about my friend. Well, why not? You talk to everybody else about him. In the next scene, Sabrina and Calvin down at the precinct. Maurice is still in there, got them all worried. They wondering, what's taking so long? Why is he not out? So they're trying to figure out if what Maurice said about Bio was right about that lawyer not wanting to help him because he's gay. Now, I definitely think Maurice is right. Now, Maurice ain't right about a lot of things, but when it comes down to this, he is spot on. So he been in there since forever, and they need to know exactly what's going on. Meanwhile, Maurice is in there playing in the detective's face. He's like, yeah, so, Q is my man, and we did it. And Sabrina had no knowledge of anything. So they just sitting there looking crazy with a trafficking cop. He wants it to be true, so he looking like, yeah, give us the confession. The DA is like, say what? Boy, gone. So the DA is looking like, sir, you don't even know anything. And you look scared as hell on the surveillance. You look like it was a stick up, but you want me to believe that you did it? Okay. Child, Maurice had the man thinking that Sabrina threatened him because the DA was like, did she threaten you? Sabrina ain't got a threatening bone in her body. And this was sweet and ridiculous of Maurice trying to save Sabrina, but it's not going to work this way because you're not believable. So then the trafficking cop is like, tell him what you told me. Tell him. Sir, Maurice is a lie and the truth ain't in him. Okay? He's lying. So they go outside, the DA and the trafficking cop. So the DA is like, this man didn't do nothing. And he's a damn lie. So then the trafficking cop is insisting that Maurice did it. No, he did it. I'm telling you that he did it. So the DA wants him to bring in Q and send Maurice home. Over on the other side, Andy calls Danny. Hello? She's like, girl, we need to go check on Karen. Danny said, not this again. Danny said, I'm sick of it. Oh, honey, Danny, I am you and you are me. At this point, I don't give a damn who the father is. Just show me a bump, any type of bump. Take me to a prenatal appointment. Show me an ultrasound. Get a fetal Doppler. Let me hear a heartbeat. I don't give a damn. Andy, you stay out of it. Aaron, you and Zach fight to the death. And I don't want to hear nothing else about it because I'm tired of trying to figure it out. It's been 14 seasons. The baby is now in middle school. So I'm going to need to know who that pappy is. And if y'all don't want to tell us, then leave us out of the group chat. And you know what I hate also, y'all? I hate how they always rally around Karen, who cusses them the hell out at every turn. And not once has anyone checked in or on Sabrina. Now, Sabrina and Danny are the closest of the two. And then you have Andy and Karen, who are supposed to be the closest of the two. That's usually how it happens in a friend group of two or more. But, Karen is not the only one with problems. Poor Sabrina's suffering alone down at the precinct. So Andy is telling Danny how Aaron said he was the father. Now Danny trying to figure out how he know that. They both confused. Like, girl, we don't even know. How does he know that? Andy believes it's not just the hormones that's having Karen act up. It's got to be something else. Girl, I already told you what it was. Back at the precinct, Maurice emerges telling them that they didn't believe him, but he needs them to believe him because he does not want Sabrina to go down. So he's telling her, listen, I know that lawyer didn't show up, did he? And Sabrina said, no, he didn't. He said, I told you he wasn't going to show up. And you need to accept the fact that your friend is homophobic. Sabrina always sees the good in people. But honey, Bayo ain't right. At all. I know you're a sweet, kind woman. But the same way you gave Calvin hell for wearing them lace drawers, then you need to give Bayo hell. Because he is not it. Okay? So as they're leaving, here comes the trafficking cop talking about, I know you did it. I know what you did last summer. Sir, get your... Sir, go away from us with this. You think you know, but you have no idea. Moving forward. In the next scene, Hayden and his new BFF, Gary, they're in his office being sketchy. But Hayden can't think because the only woman that ever liked him has left him. I would be so pissed if Gary was always hanging out at my job. I would be like, what are you doing? I'm going to have to call security because this don't make no sense. So Hayden is trying to tell Gary how he feels, and Gary is ignoring him, per usual. And I'm going to say this. I don't feel bad for Hayden because he likes to harass people, and he also helped Gary spy on Andy. So therefore, and thus and such, you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. Gary is selfish as hell and only cares about Gary. If you ain't helping him, then he don't want to hear it. So he goes into Andy's office, confronting her about being on the dating app. These two love to play games. It's giving Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut, honey. It's giving two can play that game. You always in her business. She always trying to do something to make you jealous. And what happened to Rockin' Robin? We have not seen Robin since forever. What happened to him? He was having money troubles and what happened? See, Tyler, you cannot just write these people in and then just take them out. So he's acting all jealous. And of course she loves it. Girl, you better be careful with Gary. Because he can't be trusted. He's talking about, it's not safe. It's not safe, those dating apps. My friend owns the site and they have several lawsuits against them. Okay, Gary, good day. Okay, good day. It cannot be any more dangerous than you trying to crush her ribs and then driving your car full speed ahead like you were going to wreck it to unalive yourself, only to manipulate her to getting back together with you, to slut shame her and play with that sex therapist in her home while she was at work. Is it more dangerous than that? Okay, I ain't think so. So Fatima comes in. She checks Gary and then he leaves. So her and Andy start talking. So Fatima is asking her if she looked at the results from the DNA test because something just ain't right. It says that Aaron is not the father, but it doesn't say that Zach is because they didn't have his DNA. So Andy tells Fatima what Aaron said about being the father. See, this is what I meant about Andy. This is what I want y'all to see. Because she's always inserting herself, but acting like she's not toting messages between Fatima and Karen. Because why did you tell Fatima that? But then you said in Aaron's face, I'm not going to discuss Karen with you. You shouldn't be discussing Karen with Fatima either. It's a beef. It's what's for dinner, honey. Why are you discussing her with Fatima? So Fatima is confused. But me personally, I think Aaron lying. But that's just me. So Fatima was like, well, it doesn't really matter who the father is because it ain't my baby. Okay, it ain't Zach. And Andy was like, well, she only slept with two people. So it's either Zach's or Aaron's. Fatima was like, girl, you don't know that. And if I remember correctly, Karen was with another man. I can't remember his name though, but she was. Over at the airport, we have a new character. His name is Tony. And child, he being all weird, telling Danny what genre of music she likes. A little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of trap music. Why these men always creepy, Tyler? Why they always creepy? Because who walks up to you and it's like, yeah, you like Drake, Nicki, Cardi, Jay-Z, Megan, and you like a little bit of achy breaky heart. Like, why are you coming up to me telling me what I like to listen to on my break? Why? Just why? Ugh. So he was like, yeah, we always park next to each other. He said, I like all the same things that you do except country. She said, well, yeah, okay. Well, that's creepy. So just let me go. He said, well, are you going to leave and talk to Andy, Sabrina, or Karen? See, this is why I hate talking through the Bluetooth in my car because people can hear everything you say. That Bluetooth be loud as hell. This is the main reason right here. Apparently, he sits in his van on break and he can hear everything that Danny says. And I was just thinking, what is the purpose of Tony? Listen, Tyler, you're never going to be able to recreate the magic that was Danny and Zach. They gave a Pam and Martin type vibe. We don't want Tony, honey. We don't want it. So they're having this exchange. And so he asked her on a date. And baby, Danny be pulling them in that uniform. You hear me? Baby, that uniform bring all the boys to the yard. I know that's right, Daniela. They may not ever change your damn clothes, but you gonna pull a man down to that airport. So after telling him that she got a man, he not trying to hear that, see? He was like, listen, I insist on us having a drink. Meet me at 123 Sesame Street. I'm going to be sitting at the bar. I'm going to have on a red shirt and black slacks. Like, sir, the answer is no. Okay, the door is closed. She said, damn, no. Tyler, now don't be weird. Okay, don't be weird with these characters. Don't be weird. Moving forward. So after that, Danny calls Sabrina to tell her that they're about to meet up at Karen's house. So she can tell that Sabrina is not really herself. So she's like, girl, what happened when you went down there with Maurice? Is he in jail or what? And she's like, I'm going to tell y'all, at Karen's. Even Danny was like, well, it's going to be all about Karen. So you ain't going to be able to tell us nothing. And that's sad. That's sad. Over across town, Fatima gets home from work and Zach is there waiting for her. He is not feeling it. He can't eat. He can't sleep. He can't do nothing because he's thinking about his son and how he's being treated and how he ain't eating. So Fatima, being a real one, she tells him that they can go see his son and then they head out. Before going to Karen's, Sabrina calls over Bayo. So she tells him that she wanted to talk about the Maurice situation. So she's like, yeah, he went down to the precinct and he turned himself in. Here go Bayo. Yeah, I knew I didn't like him. I knew he did it. No, that ain't why you don't like him. That is not why you don't like him. So he tells her with his lifestyle that Maurice would never be accepted or make it one day in his country. So Sabrina goes, well, do you have a problem with him being gay? So he tried to ignore the question, him and Han, but he told her that he only helped her because she asked, but he does not like Maurice. So she asked again if it was because he was gay. So he just kept saying, no, I just don't like him. I just don't like him. So then she asked if that was the reason why the lawyer didn't show up. So Bayo was like, no, he was busy and I hired him to help you. Okay. So he can help you. And if he has the time, then he can come help your friend. Basically, Bayo only wanted to help Sabrina so he could sleep with her. Bayo is trash, just like Calvin thought he was. So he asked if she wanted to go to dinner and she was like, no. And baby, he was taken aback. He was not expecting an answer. He said, well, I've been nothing but nice to you, so I'm going to expect a return on my investment. Sabrina is like, so I got to sleep with you? He said, of course. And I want you to be one of my wives. Say what? Let me tell you something. Every day I'm reminded why I don't like asking people for things. Tyler, if you don't do nothing else, you're going to send me a subliminal through these episodes. A, don't talk on your Bluetooth because you might have a man in a van listening to every damn thing that he can. B, do not ask people for something because they're going to always want something in return. Now, that ain't everybody, but that's what I live by, honey. I'm going to get it for myself. If I cannot and I have no other choice, then I will ask for assistance. But you better bet your bottom dollar I'm paying you back ASAP. And that was the end of the episode. So Bayo is a trash can. I knew someone right about him. Aaron, I don't trust you either. Because where you getting DNA results? Karen, I don't trust you either. Because I feel like you doctoring up different documents and whatnot. I don't know what you're doing. But you definitely playing with Adobe Acrobat. Definitely. You playing with the PDF files and you ain't fooling me. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about the episode. Listen, we are back on the crazy train. I'm going to try to get the reviews out earlier, preferably on Thursday night because I do have Married at First Sight on Wednesdays. And then too, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is coming back. So that will be 3 shows on Wednesdays. So we going to get into it, how we get into it. But I will definitely have the review out before the weekend. So y'all come on back. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.